Chaplain's Corner by Dr. Ron Lester and Kenneth Harvey. Two thumbnail photos without captions accompany this issue's Chaplain's Corner. The consistently used head and shoulders smiling photo of Chaplain Lester is located above the section he composed. The lapel of his plaid sport coat, appearing gray in the black and white photo, is visible over a darker colored dress shirt. The photo of Chaplain Harvey is located at the beginning of the section he wrote. It is a head and shoulders capture of a serious pose. Other features of the photo include his dress in formal business or church attire, consisting of a white shirt with a dark tie and dark suit coat. He is also wearing some type of corrective eyeglasses, not the more typically worn protective dark glasses. The writings of the two chaplains, one outgoing and the other incoming, begin as follows. A Step Back and a Fond Farewell by Dr. Ron Lester. As I look back on the last few years as the national chaplain, it is hard to believe the things that happened during that time. I believe that if it had not been for God and for the kind words from the book of Proverbs 25:11, quote, "A word fitly written is spoken like apples of gold in settings of silver," unquote, I wouldn't have made it this far. As I step down from this responsibility and move on to what is next, I find myself looking for those welcome and needed words of encouragement. I turned 78 years old in May, which of course means that BVA was founded the same year I was born, if you can believe that one. Our founders and early pioneers stepped up to the plate to do what they had to do. The recorded history we have in our old bulletins of those veterans and their families reveals an energy and a drive to be independently productive and prosperous in their lives. Although we do not know the intricacies of their conversations and interactions, we do know that the BVA leadership, with the guidance of Chaplain Father Thomas Carroll, emphasized the importance of dignity and the pursuit of lofty goals with honor and class. In 1991, I interviewed a World War II veteran who was totally blind and worked as a VA service officer. As we talked, I learned that, in the beginning, he stayed home while his wife was at work. He stayed home and raised their 4 children and changed many diapers. He told me that at times a couple of those babies, born not too far apart, would have such an explosion that they both had to get into the bathtub at the same time to clean up. The story was so funny that we laughed until it hurt. Our talk encouraged me so much that it was like gathering apples of gold. It sustained me. As we look at this year, we can look at the beautiful golden arches and memories of which we are all blessed to be a part. We can look back in joy so that we can speak kind words to each other and build each other up while giving God thanks. The following is a story entitled, quote, "The Crystal Ball," unquote, from minister and best-selling author Randy Alcorn, originally reported in an April 17, 2012 news story by Reuters that I'd like to leave with you as a blessing along with Isaiah 66:13. Quote, "As one whom his mother comforteth, so will I comfort you," unquote. What is your most embarrassing moment? In 2012, the visiting father of an Alabama football player bumped into a table and shattered the $30,000 Waterford Crystal American Football Coaches Association trophy. No one knows who was most mortified, the man who did it or his son, the Crimson Tide player. Out of mercy, their names were never revealed, but it was reportedly a very embarrassing fumble. We all have these types of fumbles in life, and most of us are haunted by moments when we manage to embarrass ourselves. Too often we find ourselves not in the red zone, but in the red face zone. God knows every time we bobble the ball, lose yardage, or get sacked. He doesn't need any replays. He sees every step, knows every slip, and experiences with us every victory or defeat. Yet, He still loves us. We can be fully transparent with Him because there's nothing we can hide. He comforts us like a loving mother. Leave your mistakes with the Master and toss your trophies at His feet. Learning to do that is a game changer. God has seen us at our worst and still loves us. God bless you all and finish well in all you do. A Self-Introduction and, quote, Outreach with Inclusion, unquote, by Kenneth Harvey. Our Father's blessing to all national, regional, and chapter chaplains and those members seeking spiritual guidance and service through inclusiveness within our organization. No religious beliefs are ignored. As your newly appointed National Chaplain and Spiritual Outreach Committee Chair, I believe it fitting to share what is possible in life by providing an introduction. Dr. Veneda Harvey, my lovely wife, Mother Evelyn Harvey Johnson, Father Julius Harvey, Jr., 5 siblings, daughters Sherry Harvey, Musa, Kendra Harvey, 8 grandchildren, and 4 godchildren. They are the reasons I experienced 28 years of extraordinary military service until my retirement, required due to several injuries, including a traumatic brain injury. My challenges as a disabled veteran include living those challenges with the pain that accompanies them while attempting to exhibit a pleasing spirit and to demonstrate that our spiritual Father, who gave us all breath, has given us the gift to do more for others. He reminds us in times of discord to lead through prayer, to reset our azimuth, and follow His footprints in the sand. My compass now directs me to serve the Blinded Veterans Association, the opportunity having been made possible by this organizational family. The journey to this point has consisted in a culmination of good versus evil that has shaped me for this appointment. As suggested throughout the Bible, we should be a reflection of our elders, at the same time upholding the transition and reflection of family values. All that I am and yet to become starts with our family values. Our spiritual leader, the Father, led me to this awesome journey. It is important to serve the National BVA President, Vice President, and our other members of the Board of Directors with gratitude for appointing me to serve as your National Chaplain and Spiritual Outreach Committee Chair. I had a close connection with the Father as a child rooted in the Church through studies with the National Association of Christian Ministers, Liberty University, and many continuing education programs that support spiritual growth. Life is a, quote, box of chocolates, unquote, although storms brew around us and over me as I write this introduction for all to read. It is your strength and mine to never give up and continue to live. Brokenness is God's way of telling us all to slow down before we fall down. It is one of many tools through which He whispers to us as a means of embracing our needs. Although my calling has everything to do with my experience in Walk with the Baptist Ministries, also referred to as Church Without Walls, it is my vision and mission to be inclusive and make BVA open to all religions. As the National Chaplain Chair, I understand the words, quote, spiritual outreach, unquote, to signify community, growth, and inclusiveness. No one is left behind, no matter their religion, ethnicity, or sexual orientation. Outreach means first opening our mind, body, and soul. How do we learn about other religions without inclusion, and how do we bring about inclusion? Answer: spiritual outreach and open doors, allowing those with different walks to walk in. We learn new ideas and grow as one. As it was meant in the beginning, our oasis is heaven, a realm some earnestly seek, while others only entertain the thought and the wealth of His knowledge. To all staff leaders and members, we are representatives of and recruiters for the Blinded Veterans Association, with plenty of room to grow. As your national chaplain, I believe that spiritual leadership is my responsibility to define our Father's purpose and how it intertwines with BVA's vision for the future. Our Father forgives us no matter what we do. Pray. Our way forward with our Father.